the top of page 3, where you had tuas, you see the virga with a dot after it.
Right.
Salim puts the dot in there saying, that note's got to be terribly important. Let's just make sure that they don't run off it.
Okay.
In other words, do not run on to the next note F there. You go A, F, G, F. Da, da, dum, two. So it's not two. You could go two. No, it's two or two.
Okay. In our example 3, that dot, you wouldn't put a dot after the second part of the new.
Sometimes, Salim will put one there. I've seen them do it.
You have seen to say that's an important.
On the end of the torculus?
In the end of the torculus, you have Einstein doing, they do this, and then they drag out horizontally, and they put a vertical little check mark on top of that. See it? Take a look at the torculus underneath of St. Gall. You have a virga with an epizema. You have a diagonal line with a little stig at the top of it. That's called an epizema. And then you have the quick torculus where it's smoothly done rather quickly, except then at the end, they go da-da-da, and then horizontal and vertical check. Take a look at the sign. You get da-da, like that. Yeah. And that tells you how important that note is. It's terribly important. Do not rush over it. La, two. And of course, lone has that long virgo on G. So what you've done is A, F, G, and then you have repeated notes on F again. Remember, structure pitch, F always and everywhere. So A, F, G, F, E, C. Yeah, that's what I probably, except that those last 4 notes before the change of syllable is marked with a celeriaire with a long tail. See the C with the dragged out tail on it, meaning all 4 notes are done rapidly. Tuas. It's an awful lot of ornamentation, isn't it? And all done subtly, nuanced. That's why Salim loves the word nuanced. They say the semiology of this is highly nuanced music. It's why it's not for the average monastic choir who has lots of non-musicians in it. People who just barely sing.
Even the average monastic choir that sings together regularly.
That's right.
Let alone the average parish.
That's right, let alone the average parish. This is for, maybe you have a talented singer or two. Use them.
Huh.
You don't give this to a large choir. Well, it'd be kind of like giving an aria to a 50-voice choir. We
Would
don't
that
do
be
that.
just that phrase then, or that whole antiphon?
That whole antiphon, that whole thing, because that's what we're going to work on, are very often virtuoso stuff. But to get you going as to how far chant can carry you into the art world. That carry you, well, put it this way, how close they get you to bel canto operatic singing. Very close. Or better yet, to a good classic jazz singer. A good one. Or those who attempt to be at it when they do the Star Spangled Banner for a football game. They attempt it. They take our tune and butcher it. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what they're doing. Yeah. They're doing forms of chant. I listen to it and say, oh, come on, guys. You can do better than that. Yeah.